have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if it had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shame. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
No, check, Patriot!
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big run there by Jones. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Steps away to his left. Room past the 20. He finds Corey Davis. And finally down at the 41-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
And let's face it, that's what we just saw there. Not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll throw again. Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw Mariota, and that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Craig. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No, check, Patriots.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
And this is caught inside the 5. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And out come the Dolphins now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun!
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Set! Watch the set! Gun!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the interception here, Mariota. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play fake. Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cross. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now back to throw. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Goes underneath for Henry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run up there.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Charles Harris in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play action. Mariota. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Check. 3 down. Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Jones, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Now the try here for the extra point. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll go option on second down, right side. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Let's fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So now here come the Dolphins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll set up a throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw again. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd down, Mariota. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
To throw Mariota. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorsey. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throw left side complete. It's Craig. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Parker, left side. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
The give is to Jones. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. They keep it with Henry on first down. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On now is the Titans punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Dolphins.